afternoon and welcome inside Oxford, Ohio for a Red Hawk Radio presentation of Miami Baseball. It's the Miami RedHawks taking on the Toledo Rockets in the final game of this three-game weekend series in Southwest Ohio. My name is Andrew Relvas. Appreciate you for tuning in. A sunny Oxford, Ohio. Weather about 50 degrees, perfect weather for baseball here in the first conference series of the year between the RedHawks and the Rockets. Toledo comes into today with a record of 4-9 overall, an 0-2 record of the MAC, and on a four-game losing streak. Meanwhile, Miami on the opposite side of the ledger with a record of 7-7, a 2-0 MAC record, and winning their previous two games. For Toledo, they will run a similar lineup to what they've ran this entire weekend. It'll be Hayden leading off, hitting first, Charlie Scholven hitting second, Troy Sudbrick hitting third, Luke Walton in the cleanup spot at the DH position, Luke Leto in the 5 spot, Braden White hitting sixth, Cole Cahill hitting seventh, JP Wagner hitting eighth, and Brandon Luchik rounding out the Toledo 9. And Troy Banco for Miami will be facing off against these hungry Toledo bats. Troy Banco, a 3.86 ERA in 3 appearances so far in 14 innings. Konzak, the lefty. And Banco fires in. First pitch ball, it misses outside and away. First time, 12:59, the first pitch time. Banco's 1-0. This one skips low for a ball. It's 2-0. Banco, the righty, standing at 6'6", 220. Trying to set down these Toledo hitters quickly. The 2-0. And Konzak hits this one in the air out to center. Running in is Zarlengo. He makes a incredible sliding catch in front of him for out number 1. Zarlengo ran in about 10 to 15 feet, made a nice sliding catch, falling to his legs. And that's the first out here in the first. So 1 gone, and this will bring up Charlie Scholven to the plate. For Scholven, hits in 2 of his last 3 games. First pitch misses outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Miami this weekend had 2-0 in the series. Beat Toledo 5-0 on Friday and 6-5 on Saturday. Second pitch, a breaking ball, swing and a miss, and Scholven, he's even with Banco, 1-1. The 1-1, and this one is lifted in the air out to left. A soft fly ball running over to his left is Ryan Novak to make a nice running catch, and that'll be the second out here in the first. So back-to-back flyouts, a flyout to center and a flyout to left. And with 2 gone and nobody on, it'll bring up Troy Sudbrick to the plate. Sudbrick hitting .245 entering today, and he takes the first pitch strike. It's 0-1. Four doubles, one triple, and a couple home runs for Sudbrick so far in the young season. The fouls one off on the left side, and it's 0-2 to Toledo's 3-hitter. Banco looking for a 1-2-3 first to start out the game. The 0-2 pitch, that misses low for a ball. Bounced down on the turf, and it's 1-2 to Sudbrick. Banco 6 strikeouts in his last game. Banco's 1-2 pitch. Liner on the right side, gets past the first baseman Applewick. That'll be extra bases for Sudbrick. Races over to first, And he's into second safely with a 2-out double. That one was laced right to the first baseman Applewick, skipped past his glove, and then skipped all the way into the right field corner for Tommy Harrison, who had a little bit of trouble before he finally rifled it out. So that keeps the inning alive here for Toledo, and Luke Walton will step in. Luke Walton hits in 3 of his last 4, hitting .200 on the season so far. First pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. Luke Walton was 2 for 4 in his last game against Miami, went 0 for 3 on Friday. The 0-1, another breaker and another swing and a miss. It's back-to-back breaking balls from Benko, and he's quickly ahead of Walton here. No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. A runner at second. Benko trying to set him down. The 0-2, just missed on the left side. Right height, but wrong location, and it'll be 1-2 on the 89-mile-per-hour fastball. Benko's 1-2 pitch, and this one is laced on the right side, foul. Will go again. Benko in his last outing went 4 innings against NKU, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. He was good in that Sunday game that Miami eventually walked off the Norse. Sudbrook at second, 2 outs. Benko's 1-2 pitch, and this one is lifted up in the air, out to right. Gonna be trouble. Harrison going back at the track, at the wall. This one's gone. A 2-run home run with 2 outs for Luke Walton makes Troy Benko pay, and Miami trails Toledo 2-0 in the first inning. Wind is definitely carrying out to the right side. Luke Walton saw a pitch he wanted, and he hammered that one out to right to give the Rockets a 2-run lead. Not the start Benko envisioned. And Luke Toledo will come up. Toledo played in the Friday game, did not play in the Saturday game. Went 1 for 3 on the opening game. Bounces one foul on the right side, 0-1 on Luke Leto. Benko's 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. 84-mile-per-hour changeup to Luke Leto. Benko's 0-2 pitch, outside and away for a ball. It's 1-2. Benko looking for another strong start. 1-2 pitch from Benko, in there for strike 3. It froze Luke Leto on the outside corner, a beautiful fastball to end the inning. So that'll end the first, but not before Toledo's Luke Walton hit a hurt on the baseball. A 2-run homer and out to right field to give the Rockets a 2-0 lead. We'll take a break, be back in a moment for the bottom half of the first inning with Miami due up. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Back for more action here at McKie Field at Hayden Park. Miami trailing 2-0. This will be the start of the Miami order with Dylan Baker leading off. It'll be Baker, Bonicic, Zarlingo, Novak hitting fourth, Dom Krapinski, Evan Applewick, Ryan Novak, Blake Buzzio, and Tommy Harrison to face Bergman for Toledo. Baker takes the ball. It's 1-1 after the first pitch. It's rifled in there for a strike. The 1-1, and this one hit him on the left side. Bergman hits Baker on his left hand. He gets on base to start off. It's right what you want if you're Dylan Baker getting on base. Potentially starting something huge for the RedHawks. For Jackson Bergman, this will be his first start. First pitch to him. Skips the low 4 ball. It's 1-0. Bergman enters with 6.75 ERA in his fourth appearance. The 1-0. High chopper on the right side. Gonna be a tough play for the second baseman, Wagner. He can't beat out the throw. Ty Bonicic races down first base, and he beats out a throw from J.P. Wagner. And the RedHawks have runners at first and second with no outs.
Center fielder, number 4, Anthony Zarlingo.
So for Miami, they're hoping to have something brewing here in the opening inning, just like Toledo had. Anthony Zarlingo will come up to the plate, lays down a bunt on the right side, but it bounces foul. Zarlingo hitting .413. That's the team lead entering today. 4 for 7 on the weekend in 2 games. Had a triple on the Friday game. He's looking to push the runners across. 2 on with no outs here for Anthony Zarlingo. Lays down a bunt on the left side. Bergman rifles over to first in time, but not before Baker and Bonicic go station to station, and Miami has runners at second and third with 1 out.
The catcher, number 29, David Nova.
So Zarlingo does his job, and here comes David Novak, a dangerous cleanup hitter. Hitting .315 so far for Miami. He can make it hurt, though. Bergman fires in a first pitch strike. Novak hits in 9 of his last 10 games. This is a guy you don't want to face with runners in scoring position. Baker at third, Bonicic at second. Novak stares at a curveball that missed outside. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out here in the first. Bergman's pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss from Novak. And it's 1-2 on the Miami catcher. Bergman trying to get a huge strikeout here. The 1-2 pitch. In there for strike 3. An 80-mile-per-hour curveball that just floated in there and froze Novak. And there's 2 gone in the first. So 2 out with 2 on, and Dom Krapinski will come up trying to keep the inning alive. Krapinski hitting .298. The Indiana State transfer on a 5-game hitting streak. And Bergman's first pitch is on target. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Krapinski takes the ball downstairs. 1-1. Missed on the inner half. Back-to-back games with RBIs for Krapinski, trying to make it 3 in a row. The 1-1. Chopper right to Bergman off of his glove. Coming in to score is Baker. So a Krapinski rocket right to Bergman brings in a run, and Miami cuts the lead. It's 2-1 Toledo in the first.
First baseman, number 16, Evan Applewick.
So Krapinski gets one back, and with that it'll be runners at the corners with 2 outs for Evan Applewick. Bodicic at third, Krapinski at first. 2 outs. Miami trying to tie this one up. Pickoff attempt over at first brings Krapinski back. Applewick, another guy you got to be careful with. First pitch to him. In there for a strike. Krapinski went over to second. So with that, Miami has runners in the scoring position with 2 outs here. The 0-1 to Applewick. Takes the ball outside on away, skips into the glove of White. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. To Evan Applewick. Ryan Novak due up. Blake Buzzio and Tommy Harrison right after. The 1-1. Another off-speed pitch that misses inside. It's 2-1 to Evan Applewick. Bergman's 2-1 pitch, a chopper on the left side. Could be an easy play for Baldwin. Throws over to first in time. And that is how the first inning ends for Miami. A 6-3 putout ends the RedHawks' threat, but not before Miami had an RBI single from Dom Krapinski, cutting the lead to 1. It's 2-1 Toledo as we head to the top half of the second. You're listening to Miami Baseball on RedHawk Radio. Welcome back inside McKie Field at Hayden Park. My name is Andrew Relvas here for RedHawk Radio's presentation of Miami Baseball. For Toledo, it'll be 6, 7, 8, Braden White, Cole Cahill, and J.P. Wagner to face Troy Banco for the second inning. Banco gave up a 2-run homer to Luke Walton back in the first. Trying to set the tone here in the second. The 1-0. Banco rifles in a strike on the outside corner. 1-1 to Braden White. The Toledo backstop. 1-1. That misses the zone on the outside half, and it's 2-1. Braden White hitting .195 for the Rockets in his 13th game. The 2-1. Curveball swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. balls, 2 strikes. Banco trying to set down White. This one popped up on the right side. Running in is Harrison, waving everybody off. Makes the catch for out number 1. Flown out to Harrison. Ran over on the right side for about 10 feet. And he made the catch for the first out. So 1 gone, nobody up. And here comes Cole Cahill to the altar for Toledo. Cole Cahill hitting .240 for the Rockets. First pitch he sees, he fouls it up on the left side. Nearly caught. Krapinski and Baker almost made a nice effort, but bounces just out of reach into foul territory on the left side. So it'll be a long strike 1. For Cole Cahill, no extra base hits so far on the season. All of them singles. Banco's 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. Got him chasing an 84-mile-per-hour changeup, and it's 0-2. Banco works quickly again. The 0-2 pitch, poked foul on the left side. Cahill just got a piece off of it, off of the top of the glove. It stays 0-2. Banco's 0-2 pitch, another bouncer on the left side, tapped foul. Cahill stays alive against Banco. Miami trailing Toledo 2-1 off of a Luke Walton 2-run homer in the first inning. Banco's 0-2 pitch, check swing. He did not go around. That one was an elevated fastball at 89 miles an hour that Cahill nearly seized. But he did not go around according to the third base umpire. And it's 1-2. Banco's 1-2 pitch, chopper on the left side. Baker stabs it, throws over to first in time to Applewick. And there's 2 outs here in the second. Routine play there for Dylan Baker, who is a great defender. Makes that play look easy like he always has done this season. J.P. Wagner coming up. Hoping to extend the inning here for Toledo. For Wagner, he is hitless in his last 4 games. Wouldn't be a bad time to break that slump here. Banco's first pitch, high cut, swing and a miss. 87 from the righty Banco. Quickly working again, and this one is laced out into the gap between Buzzio, gets into the outfield between Zarlengo and Harrison, and J.P. Wagner has himself his first hit in 5 games. A 2-out double in the second keeps the Toledo threat alive.
Left fielder, number 17, Brandon Luchek.
So a runner in scoring position again for Toledo, and Brandon Luchek will come up to the plate. RBI chance here for Toledo in back-to-back frames. And Luchek takes the ball. Missed on the right side, a curveball. Luchek 0 for 3 in his 2 games he's played against Miami. Banco's 1-0 in there for a strike. Just snuck in on the right half. And Banco is even with Lucic in the second, 1-1. J.P. Wagner at second. This one lifted in the air out to right. Going to be a tough play for Harrison, but it makes a nice running catch. Hopping up against the wall.
For Toledo, the top of the second inning, no runs on board.
Chasing down a screaming fly ball out to right field to end the Toledo threat. So the Rockets strand a runner, and we will head to the home half of the second with Applewhite, Novak, and Buzzio due up. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. It's the Rockets 2, Miami 1. Welcome back to Oxford. It's the RedHawks trailing the Rockets 2-1, but it'll be 6, 7, 8. Applewhite, Novak, and Buzzio to face Bergman. First pitch. This one fouled off on the right side, and it's 0-2. Excuse me, it'll be 7, 8, 9. Novak, Buzzio, and Harrison. Routed up the middle. That'll be a base hit past the diving Chauvin. Leadoff single for Ryan Novak. Starts out the second strong for the RedHawks. The runner at first with no outs. And Blake Buzzio will look to do some damage. Hitting .261, looking to lay down a bunt. Sudberg charging in. Bounces foul behind home plate. 0-1 to Blake Buzzio. Buzzio, a veteran utility player, can really play everywhere for Miami. Pickoff attempt over at first pushes Novak back. The 0-1. This one popped up, and that'll be an easy catch for out number one, Braden White. Pops up to the catcher for the first out in the second. So Buzzio, that one just landed off of the wrong side of the bat, and an easy play for Braden White. With that, it'll be Tommy Harrison coming up with Novak at first. Harrison hitless in his last three. Pickoff over at first. Harrison fouls one back, out of play behind home. It's 0-1 to Tommy Harrison. Harrison has primarily been a catcher, but he can definitely be shifted around. In the right field spot today, laces another one foul on the left side. And Harrison is quickly behind Bergman, 0-2. Bergman's 0-2 pitch. Bouncer up the middle, diving stab by Chauvin. The throw to second, not in time. Chauvin made a nice stab, flip to Wagner, but that one was late. And Harrison has himself a one-out single. There's 2 on for the RedHawks with 1 out. And the lineup flips over here for Miami. Really tough play there from Chauvin. Went full extension, and he got it, but the flip not in time. Dylan Baker up for the second time. Had a hit by pitch to start out the game. And he takes the first pitch ball that bounces low, 1-0. Harrison at first, Novak at second. Big swing, big miss there from Baker, and it's 1-1. Bergman at about 30 pitches. The 1-1. Rifle in there for a strike, a fastball on the outside edge, 1-2. Baker looking to push the runners across. Bergman's 1-2 pitch. This one poked in the air out to center. That'll drop in for a base hit. From second to third, heading towards home, there is Novak. He's in safely. 1-out RBI single. That was a blooper out to center. Dylan Baker answers the call, and the RedHawks have tied this one up here in the second. It's 2-2 Miami versus Toledo in the second inning. That is a job well done there from Baker. Saw a pitch he liked, just lifted that one out to center. Got in between Konzak and Leto. And the RedHawks have answered right back. 2 runs on 5 hits so far here for Miami. Baker off to the races. He'll have himself a stolen base. Here's Ty Bodicic, 1-for-1 with a single. Back in the first, he was Miami's first hit of the game. And he stares at a Bergman strike, 78 miles an hour. Oh, 0-2 to Ty Bodicic. And Bodicic lifts this one in the air out to center. Ranging over is Leto. He's under it to make the catch. Coming in from third to score is Tommy Harrison. And second to third, Dylan Baker. It's a sacrifice fly for Ty Bodicic, and the RedHawks lead 3-2 in the second.
Center fielder, number 4, Anthony Zarlingo.
So another job well done there. Great situational hitting for Miami. Sac fly out to center. Leto made a nice catch. Miami leads 3-2, and Anthony Zarlingo will come up. Zarlingo takes the first pitch strike at 84 miles an hour, the fastball. Zarlingo has Baker at third with 2 outs. The 0-1 to Anthony Zarlingo. Laser out to left, gets past the diving Chauvin. A 2-out RBI single scores in Dylan Baker, and Miami leads 4-2 here in the second. 3 straight runs in the second for Miami. RedHawks up by 2 against the Rockets. Station to station hitting, that has been the RedHawks' strength so far this season. Four straight runs from Miami. Hoping to not be done yet. Put up a 3 spot here in the second. David Novak, first pitch he sees, he chops it over to second. Wagner throws the Cahill inside, and that'll be a 4-3 putout, and that'll end the RedHawks threat. But not before Miami put up 3 runs, a sacrifice fly, an RBI single, and another RBI single from the top 3 hitters for the RedHawks, Baker, Bonicic, and Zarlingo. With that, we will head to the top half of the third. Miami leading 4-2. 4 straight runs from the red and white. Be back in a moment for more action here from McKie Field at Hayden Park. We welcome you into the top half of the third with Miami leading 4-2 over Toledo. It'll be the top third. Hayden Konzak, Charlie Chauvin, and first pitch, Konzak's easy. Hammers one out to right field. This one is a no-doubt home run. A bat flip from Konzak is a quick answer off of one pitch, and it is 4-3. Toledo trailing. A long, loud first pitch that Konzak took a long way. And the Rockets only trail by 1.
Shortstop, number 5, Charlie Chauvin.
Great way to answer. And Charlie Chauvin will come up for Toledo. Defense here for Miami. It's Ryan Novak in left, Anthony Zarlingo in center, Tommy Harrison in right. And Chauvin laces this one out to left. And this will be a fair ball on the left side, right on the line. 2 pitches and an extra base hit here for Charlie Chauvin has the Rockets answering right back in the third inning. First pitch, Konzak saw. Took a homer out to right. Charlie Chauvin double on the left field line. And Troy Sudbrook will come up to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a double. RedHawks lead by 1. Tying run is in scoring position, however. Banco rifles in a first pitch. Ball downstairs. 1-0. Righty's 1-0 pitch, and this one is lifted out to right, but Tommy Harrison ranges over to make the catch for the first out in the third. Chauvin will go from second to third, and the Rockets have the tying run 90 feet away.
DH, number 16, Luke Walton.
Luke Walton, a 2-run homer back in his last at bat. Banku's got to be careful here. Already surrendered a couple of home runs. Hoping to just leave it at that. Walton swings at the first pitch and misses. It's 0-1. 87-mile-per-hour fastball. And Walton lifts this one out to right. This one is going to be another home run. A big blast from Luke Walton, his second two-run homer in the game. And Toledo retakes the lead. It's 5-4 Rockets in the third. Second home run of the inning for Toledo. Two huge swings, a mammoth home run out to right field. Gives the Rockets a 5-4 lead in the third. And Luke Toledo will come to the plate. In the meantime, Miami pitching coach Larry Scully wants to have a word with his righty. 3 home runs so far, and we're only in the third inning for Toledo. So not an ideal start there for Troy Banko. He was coasting after that second. Faced 4 batters in the second. Has already faced 4 batters here in the third, and he's given up extra base hits to 3 of them. Defensive alignment here for Miami hasn't changed. It's Novak in left, Zarlengo in center, Harrison to right, Krapinski at third, Baker at short, Buzzio at second, Applewick at first, and David Novak behind the plate. Banko will stay in. The meeting between Scully and Banko was brief, and Luke Toledo will head to the plate for Toledo. He's 0 for 1 with a punch out. And the first pitch is a swing and a miss from Luke Toledo. Luke Toledo hitting .135 entering today. Takes a breaking ball outside and away, and it's 1-1. Luke Toledo, senior from Portage, Michigan, takes a third pitch ball, and it is 2-1. Toledo, center fielder. Kansas Jayhawks transfer, spent a few years out in Lawrence. The 2-1, check swing. He did not go, so it'll be 3 balls and 1 strike to Luke Toledo. Before Kansas played at LSU in the 2022 season. Now he transferred into the MAC. The 3-1 pitch. Breaking ball swing and a miss. Had a big drop off of it. Banko is in a full count here with Luke Toledo. Banko's payoff. This is outside, ball 4, and the Rockets have another runner on base. Four runners on base and 5 chances so far for Toledo. And this might do it for Troy Banko. And that'll do it for Troy Banko. He was coasting early, but ran into some trouble. A buzzsaw in the third inning that saw a couple of home runs for Toledo. And with that, we will step away. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. It's the Rockets 5, the RedHawks 4. New pitcher coming in for Miami. Tell you about it, who it is, in a moment when we take a break. Stay with us. Welcome back to baseball here at McKie Field at Hayden Park. RedHawks trailing 5-4. Toledo put up a 3 spot here in the third, not done yet. Braden White will face off against new Miami pitcher Cole Katsky. Braden White so far 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. The first pitch he sees, he hammers this one out to right. Ranging back is Harrison right at the track, makes the catch for the second out. These Toledo bats have really seen the ball well. A lot of long fly balls. That one in the ballpark for out number 2. Cooper Katsky, a .9 ERA. Only given up 1 earned run in 10 innings. Facing off against Cole Cahill, who grounded out to short in the second. A strike there rifled in there from Katsky, and it's 0-1. For Cooper Katsky, the righty, redshirt sophomore, transferred from Indiana, former Hoosier in the Big Ten. Throws a pickoff over at first. Luke Leto over there. Keeps him in close. This one is ripped foul on the left side, and it'll be 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here to Cole Cahill. Cooper Katsky's 0-2 pitch, a bouncer on the right side. Diving stab by Buzzio, throws the first. That one is off target, but in time. The throw was in time. Had Applewick ranging on the right side. Toledo looks like they want to challenge this one, so we shall see. It was awfully close. That throw from Buzzio was not on line. Brought Applewick way off of the bag on the right side into foul ground. We will see if he got the foot down in time. So big call here to make in the third inning, and the officials are going to have a word. Going to look at the monitor. This could potentially end the Rockets' threat here in the third. Looked like the flip was definitely in time. It's just that throw from Buzzio, the underhander, was just a little bit off target. That brought Applewick off the bag. And we will see which way this goes. If the call gets overturned, it'll be J.P. Wagner up with 2 on and 2 out. Already has a double. So Toledo hoping to see him again. Miami trying to get the batting order back on base. They've had hits in every single inning so far. Trying to make it 3 straight and hoping to get the final out here in the third. For Cooper Katsky, and a very good reliever in this small sample size so far. Last weekend against NKU went 4 innings, 3 hits, gave up an earned run, couple of walks, and 3 strikeouts against the Norse in that Friday doubleheader. Had strikeouts in every single outing so far. officials still looking things over. Want to make sure that they get this call right. It is fairly big. Just based off of how well Toledo's been hitting the baseball, you want to limit their opportunities. This entire red and white side patiently waiting the call of the home plate umpire. The RedHawks, they're wearing their alternate reds today. Red Miami script across the chest, the white numbers with the pinstripe white pants and the script M on the hat. Red hat, red and white jerseys. Meanwhile, Toledo wearing their typical road jerseys, the navy blue with the Toledo across the chest, the white letters and the yellow outlines, along with the Rockets on top of the helmets, and the gray pants. Pretty good uniform selection here on a beautiful Sunday here from Oxford, Ohio. And the officials have their verdict. And he is out. So after a long and lengthy review, Blake Buzzio makes an incredible play to Applewick in time for the third out. So that'll end the Toledo threat, but not before they put up a 3-spot, a 2-run homer, and a solo shot from Konzak and Walton to start out the third. We will head to the home half of the third with Miami now trailing 5-4. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Stay with us. Back in the bottom half of the third inning with Miami trailing 5-4. My name is Andrew Relvas. Appreciate you for tuning in and spending your Sunday with us here from McKie Field in Hayden Park in Oxford, Ohio. It'll be 5, 6, and 7. Krapinski, Applewick, and Novak to face off against Bergman for Toledo. Jackson Bergman fires in a first pitch strike to Dom Krapinski, who had himself an RBI single back in the first. The 0-1. That's a fastball in the upper half. 0-2. 84 miles an hour. Jackson Bergman's 0-2 pitch. This one fouled off of Krapinski's shin. Stays alive. Shakes off that one. So Krapinski stays alive here against Jackson Bergman in his third frame of action. The righty's 0-2 pitch. Downstairs missed, and it's 1-2. Bergman misses the zone again, and it's 2-2. Another downstairs breaking ball. So an even count here between Krupinski and Bergman. And he misses the zone this time. Elevated outside and away, 3-2. So Bergman, after 2 straight strikes, he's in a full count here with Dom Krupinski. The payoff pitch home. Outside and away, ball 4. 4 straight balls to Dom Krupinski. Leadoff walk for Krupinski, the Indiana State transfer, brings Evan Applewick to the plate. Evan Applewick 0 for 1, a ground out. Back in the opening inning would end the RedHawks' threat then. First pitch he gets, a strike down Broadway. For Miami, their last regular season series, they swept Toledo at Toledo. So looking for back-to-back regular season sweeps. That ball missed upstairs. It's 1-1 to Evan Applewick. He is 0 for 1, a ground out in the first. The 1-1. And Applewick lifts this one in the air out to right, ranging over is Konzak. He makes the catch right at the wall. But Krupinski will tag up. He'll go from first to second. And the RedHawks have a runner in scoring position with Ryan Novak coming up.
Ryan Novak.
So here's Ryan Novak, already 1 for 1, trying to keep the bat hot. And Novak grounds one on the right side past the diving Cahill. That'll get into the outfield. Rounding third, heading towards home. Coming into scores, Dom Krupinski. One out RBI single from Ryan Novak out to right. And we are tied 5-5 Miami versus Toledo here in the third. Another big answer here by the RedHawks. Ryan Novak, the sophomore, making a count. Runs in all 3 of the innings so far here for Miami. Hoping to not be done yet. Blake Buzzio up. Check swing, first pitch. It's 0-1. Situational hitting, that has been the recipe for success this year for Miami. And that's back-to-back strikes from Bergman. Ahead on Buzzio, 0-2. Buzzio popped up to the catcher White in his last at-bat. In the second, Bergman misses the corner on the outside edge, 1-2. Tommy Harrison due up next for Miami, the 9-hitter. Then the lineup flips over for the third time. The 1-2 pitch. In there for strike 3. The 79-mile-per-hour fastball that just snuck in there. And Buzzio was out for out number 2.
Number 25, Tommy Harrison.
Bergman's second strikeout of the afternoon. And with 1 on and 2 outs, Tommy Harrison will come up. Harrison takes the first pitch strike. Harrison singled back in the second. Looking to deliver another punch against the Rockets pitching staff. Misses upstairs, it's 1-1. Tommy Harrison can be plugged in pretty much anywhere. playing right field today. The 1-1. This one fouled back behind home. And it is 1-2. Into the productive netting. One ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And Bergman freezes Harrison for the 3rd out. Back-to-back Ks from Jackson Bergman ends the Miami threat, but not before it was a 1-out RBI single from Ryan Novak to tie this one up at 5. We will head to the top half of the 4th with Miami tied with Toledo 5-5. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Welcome back to McKie Field at Hayden Park on a beautiful Sunday here from Oxford. It's Miami 5, Toledo 5. 8-9-1 Wagner, Lucic, and Konjak to face off against Cooper Katsky for his 2nd inning of work. Katsky works quickly on Wagner, fires in a strike, and it's 0-1. Wagner, the lefty, had himself a double back in the 2nd. Check swing on the breaking ball. Froze Wagner there, and Katsky's quickly ahead 0-2. The former Indiana Hoosier trying to get the 1st out quickly in the 4th. Katsky's 0-2 pitch. That one sails outside for a ball. Ball and 2 strikes to J.P. Wagner. J.P. Wagner, sophomore in his 2nd year at Toledo. He's from the Toledo area. Katsky's 1-2 pitch, high chopper to the middle infield on the right side. Blake Belzio makes the throw over to first, gets past Applewick onto the Toledo side. And that'll be a double for J.P. Wagner. Probably going to rule that an error. For the moment, it is a double. And bad throw from Buzzio there gives the Rockets a runner in scoring position with no outs. Brandon Lucic coming up. Flew out to right, back in the 2nd. Infield coming in. Lucic was prepared to bunt to potentially push Wagner over. Instead, that pitch missed for a ball. It's 1-0. Katsky's 1-0. Bunt laid down directly to him. Fields it. He throws the first Applewick in time for the 1st out. Meanwhile, J.P. Wagner goes from 2nd to 3rd. And the Rockets have a runner at 3rd with 1 out. Leading run is 90 feet away for Toledo. So the lineup flips over for the third time today. Toledo, Hayden coming up. 1 for 2, had himself a home run in the third inning. Wicked curveball there from Katsky. And it's 0-1. Cooper Katsky from Greenwood Village, Colorado. This is on the second pitch. It's 1-1 to Caden Konzak. Katsky's 1-1. Wave and a miss down middle. And Konzak is behind on Katsky. Infield coming in here for the RedHawks. Katsky's 1-2 pitch. High chopper right to Katsky. He'll throw over to first in time. That one was a high chopper that didn't really have any heat on that one. An easy play there for Katsky to get the second out. He throws to first in time. And Wagner as well had to stay over at third. So that is kind of a fortunate bounce here for the RedHawks. And Charlie Chauvin will come up to the plate with a runner at third. First pitch, Chauvin sees he lifts this one out to center. And Zarlingo ranges over on the left side to make the catch for the final out. So after a leadoff double from J.P. Wagner, he is stranded after the Rockets could not get it into play. Great effort there from Cooper Katsky to keep the Toledo bats quiet. And we will head to the home half of the fourth with Miami tied with Toledo 5-5. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Stay with us.
Leading off for the RedHawks, the shortstop, number 6, Dylan Baker.
Here in the bottom half of the fourth inning with Miami tied with Toledo 5-5. It'll be 1, 2, and 3 the top half of this Miami lineup to face off against new Toledo pitcher Logan Jones. First pitch, Baker sees he bunts it foul on the left side. 0-1. For Baker, he is 1 for 1 on RBI single back in the second. A 3-run second inning for Miami. They've scored in all 3 innings so far. trying to keep that streak alive. Jones, right foot is in, a strike on the outside corner. 0-2. Logan Jones, Jacksonville Dolphins transfer in the A-Sun Conference. Baker fouls one off of the protective part of the helmet on Braden White. And it stays 0-2. Jones working quickly back. Baker fouls it off of Braden White again. Oh and 2, Dylan Baker behind on Logan Jones. He fouls one off on the left side into the Miami dugout. Logan Jones entering with a 1.64 ERA in his 5th appearance now. The 0-2. Bouncer on the left side. Sudbrook gloves, throws over to Cahill. That one is offline, so that'll be a leadoff single for Dylan Baker. And the RedHawks have a runner at first with no outs for Ty Bodicic coming up.
Number 24, Ty Bodicic.
So Ty Bodicic, 1-for-1, a single and a sacrifice fly in the second. Will look to do damage against Toledo's Logan Jones. Jones, the righty, standing at 6'3", 200. Bodicic bounces one on the left side. Chauvin, the shortstop, stabs it, throws to Cahill to first in time. 1 pitch, 1 out. Productive one, though. It brings Baker to second.
Center fielder, number 4, Anthony Zarlingo.
So Bodicic grounds out to the shortstop, and that'll bring up Anthony Zarlingo once again. Zarlingo is 1 for 2, an RBI single and a bunt out in the first. Got another runner in scoring position. Going to have his second RBI of the game. Miami tied 5-5 here in the 4th. Anthony Zarlingo in his second year here at Miami. Jones misses the corner. 1-1 on Anthony Zarlingo, Miami's 3-hitter. Bergman Zarlingo takes a strike there. It's 1-2. For Bergman, he went 3 innings, 54 pitches, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. The 1-2 pitch, that one misses outside. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out here for Anthony Zarlingo. Miami center fielder, the 2-2. Zarlingo pops this one up. Shallow infield right on the lip of the outfield. Ranging in front is Wagner. He's under it to make the catch. And there's 2 gone in the 4th.
The catcher, number 29.
So Zarlingo pops up to Wagner. And with 2 outs, a runner at second, David Novak will look to keep the inning going here for Miami. RedHawks have scored in all 3 innings. Looking to keep rolling offensively. Novak is 0 for 2 today. Runner's going to throw at third. That one's not in time. So Baker steals another base. And the RedHawks have the go-ahead run 90 feet away. David Novak, Miami's longtime backstop. Grounds one on the left side. Chauvin gloves it, throws over to first on the 1 hop to Cahill in time. to record the third out. So Miami cannot keep the inning alive. They strand a runner, and we will go to the top half of the fifth inning. It's Miami 5, Toledo 5. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio.
For Toledo, third baseman, number 8, Troy Sudbrook.
We've reached the fifth inning here between Toledo and Miami in our third game of the weekend set. 3, 4, and 5 due up for Toledo. Sudbrook, Walton, and Leto to face off against Cooper Katsky, And Sudbrook takes the first pitch strike. Sudbrook today, 1 for 2, a double, and a flyout. Katsky's 1-0 pitch. This one nearly hit him. Sudbrook, the lefty. Katsky missed upstairs for a ball. It's 1-1. Troy Sudbrook, in his third year at Toledo, did not play last year because he was injured. Rounds one foul on the right side. It's 1-2. Redshirt sophomore from Avon, Ohio. Hit .225 in his freshman season. So fully healthy this year, and he is looking to be a big cog in this Rockets team. Cooper Katsky's 1-2 pitch, a bouncer down low, 2-2. Also had 5 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs, along with 18 RBIs in his freshman season. A really good opening campaign for the Toledo Rockets. Katsky's 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. Big breaking ball that got Sudbrook cutting and missing for the first out, and Katsky's first strikeout here in the fifth.
Number 16, Luke Walton.
There's 1 gone in the fifth. Luke Walton will come up. He is 2 for 2, 4 RBIs, 2 2-run home runs. So an opening strikeout from Cooper Katsky sets the tone. Luke Walton trying to go 3 for 3. Walton also in his third year at Toledo. Did not play his freshman season. Last year hit .303 for the Rockets in 51 games. Katsky behind 2-0 on Luke Walton. check swing upstairs. Walton did not go, and it's 3-0 on the DH here for Toledo. Katski's 3-0 pitch. That's a fastball that gets in there for a strike. 3-1. This Miami shift is kind of unusual. Krupinski's over where Baker would be. Baker over on the right side of second base. Buzzio into right field. And Applewick behind first base won't matter as Katski misses upstairs for ball 4. A 5-pitch walk to Luke Walton, who keeps his on-base streak alive. And Toledo will bring up Luke Leto, the third batter here in the 5th. Luke Leto, senior, transfer from Kansas. Pretty solid baseball school in the Big 12. Made the Big 12 tournament last year. Katski misses on the first pitch, 1-0 to Luke Leto, who is 0 for 1, a strikeout on a walk today. Katski can't find the corner, and it is 2-0. Command for Katski in this inning has been a little bit off, trying to reel it back in. Throws over to first to push back Luke Walton. Two 2-0 to Luke Leto. Katski, the righty, fires inside, and he misses upstairs and away. 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes, and 1 out here in the Toledo 5th. And this one misses inside. Ball 4, back-to-back walks surrendered by Cooper Katski. And the Rockets have runners at first and second with 1 out for Braden White. Braden White was the first batter Katski faced back in the 3rd, and he's trying to set him down once again. David Novak having a word with his righty. Wants to make sure he is all set. The meeting was pretty quick, and Novak returns back behind home. So it's Luke Walton at second, Luke Leto at first, and Braden White up to the plate once again for the 3rd time. 0 for 2, couple of flyouts to right. First pitch. Nasty curveball that found the zone. It's 0-1. Big at bat here for Braden White. He struggled offensively this season, trying to break out of a little slump here. A foul off behind home, and it is 0-2. White hitting 195 entering today. Behind 0-2 on Cooper Katski. Katski in some trouble trying to set down Braden White. The 0-2. This one sails high for a ball. Throw over to first, however. That one got Luke Leto off, but he raced back in time. Nice throw there from Novak, but just off target. Cooper Katski's 1-2 pitch. Bouncer on the left side, foul, will go again. For Braden White in his 4th year at Toledo, a senior from Westerville, Ohio. Hit .274 last year for the Rockets. 6 doubles, 7 home runs, and 40 RBIs. He's got some extra base power, trying to show it off this year. Katski's 1-2 pitch. This one a little flare pop-up. No one's going to get there for Miami. Gets in between Baker and Buzzio. They both can't make the play. And the throw over to Applewick not in time, so a little bloop single on the shallow side of the infield. Loads the bases here for the Rockets. With 1 out, and Cole Cahill will look to come up to break the scoreless tie. Really tough play there for Miami. It was a little soft little pop-up. No one really got there in time. And Cole Cahill looking to hurt the RedHawks. Cole Cahill, a sophomore in his 2nd year at Toledo. 0 for 2 today. First pitch he sees, he lifts this one foul on the left side out of play. Cahill, a couple of groundouts so far in the game. Rockets in a big scoring chance. Ground ball on the right side past the diving Applewick, gets into the outfield. 2 runs are going to come in and score. Walton and Leto both score from 1st to 3rd. There's White. And the Rockets retake the lead at 7-5 off of a 2-run single from Cole Cahill here in the 5th. A rocket off of the bat from Cole Cahill makes the RedHawks pay. And J.P. Wagner will come up to keep the bill coming against the RedHawks. J.P. Wagner, also a sophomore in his 2nd year at Toledo. Hit .275 for the Rockets last year. Katski fires in a first pitch strike. It's 0-1. Wagner today, 2 for 2, a couple of doubles. Runners at the corners with 1 out here for J.P. Wagner. Another big RBI chance for the Rockets. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. 0-2 on Wagner. That breaking ball from Katski, it can't be hard to control sometime, but when he has a full grasp of it, makes it really tough on hitters. A pickoff attempt over at first brings Cahill to a closer ledger. Runners at the corners with 1 out here for J.P. Wagner. Cooper Katski's 0-2 pitch. Grounder on the right side. Big stab by Applewick. Makes the play over at first. But this throw to second gets away. And going from 1st to 3rd is Cole Cahill off of a bad throw from Applewick. Means the Rockets have a runner at 3rd with 2 outs. So another error by the RedHawks. This one from Applewick, they've had a couple of errors here in the game so far. And Brandon Luchik will come up for the Rockets. Luchik, 0 for 2 today. Another one of these sophomores here for Toledo. Kind of a young team in the Mid-American Conference trying to rise. And he takes the first pitch ball from Katski. Katski up to about 40 pitches. Misses outside on away for a ball. 2-0. 3 runs in the 5th for the Rockets. A 2-run single from Cole Cahill. An RBI ground out from J.P. Wagner. Strike rifled in there, and it's 2-1. Cooper Katski against Brandon Luchik. The 2-1 pitch. This one gets away from Novak, and the play at home in time. Novak guns down Cole Cahill off of a pitch from Katski that went way behind home plate. A beautiful throw, a beautiful relay in time to get Cole Cahill out, and that ends the Toledo threat. And the umpires are going to take a look at this. We will, however, step away. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Toledo puts up a 3-spot, and they lead 8-5 in the 5th. Welcome back to baseball here. In the RedHawks half of the 5th inning. Appreciate you for tuning in in a sunny Sunday here from Oxford, Ohio. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the RedHawks, trailing 8-5 after a 3-run 5th inning. For Toledo, Dom Krapinski, Evan Applewick, and Ryan Novak to face Logan Jones for his second inning of work. First pitch, Krupinski sees. He pops this one up on the left side, ranging near the RedHawks dugout, but it gets just outside of White's reach for a long strike number one. Dom Krupinski 1 for 1, an RBI single in the first, and a walk in the third. This Toledo defense shifting a little bit. Luchik in left, Leto in center, Konzak in right. Sudbrook at third, Chauvin at short, Wagner at second, Cahill at first, and White behind the plate. Krupinski rips one foul on the left side, and it is 0-2. Krupinski, the lefty, transfer from Indiana State. The 0-2 pitch, foul tipped into the glove, strike three for Logan Jones's first strikeout. He sits down, Krupinski on a strikeout swinging, and Evan Apple will come up here for the RedHawks. That ends a 4-inning streak of Miami having leadoff base runners. Krupinski strikes out, and Evan Applewick up. Ahead 2-0 on Logan Jones. Applewick today 0 for 2, a groundout and a flyout. Applewick, the redshirt junior from Madison, South Dakota. Bounces one on the left side. Sudbrook throws the first to Cahill, right on the money. And that is out number 2 here in the 5th. So Applewick, a ground out, 5-3 put out. Puts Ryan Novak up once again. He's 2 for 2, a single and an RBI single in the third. Miami looking to avoid back-to-back scoreless frames. And he takes the first pitch ball from Jones, 1-0. Blake Buzzio and Tommy Harrison due up next for Miami. Novak takes the ball upstairs. It's 2-0. Ryan Novak, a sophomore from Canton, Georgia. Had a really good freshman season, hit .273 last year for the Red and White. This one misses. It's 3-0 for Ryan Novak. 3 balls and no strikes and 2 outs here for the RedHawks. And Jones misses downstairs, ball 4. So the RedHawks inning will not conclude there, and Blake Buzzio will come up to keep the train rolling here for Miami. Blake Buzzio, a senior, standing at 5'11", 185, from Stowe, Ohio, on the east side of the state. And Jones misses on the first pitch outside, 1-0. 1-0 pitch to Blake Buzzio. Hit over the head of the shortstop, Chauvin, out to center. That'll be a 2-out single for Blake Buzzio. Keeps the inning alive. Big swing from Buzzio, who's 1 for 3 today. RedHawks have 2 on with 2 out for Tommy Harrison. Up once again. Here's a mound visit between the entirety of this Toledo infield. Toledo pitching coach as well, Ethan Landon, having a word with his pitcher, but he will stay in. So Logan Jones will stay in to face off against Tommy Harrison, who is 1 for 2 today, a single and a strikeout. We're looking to get some payback against the Toledo Rockets. 2 on with 2 out here for Tommy Harrison. That first pitch misses low for a ball, 1-0. Buzzio at first, Novak at second. Logan Jones in a jam in the RedHawks' fifth. Jones misses outside for a ball. It's 2-0. RedHawks have put up runs in 3 out of 4 innings so far. The 2-0. And Jones sneaks in a strike on Tommy Harrison, 2-1. Baker, Bonicic, and Zarlengo up next for Miami. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Jones mixes in the breaking ball. Even with Harrison, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuces wild here in the fifth. 2 on with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs for Tommy Harrison. Big pitch coming up. Jones is 2-2, and that one hit Harrison. Hit him on his right leg to load the bases here for Miami. 3 straight base runners for the RedHawks. It was a walk to Ryan Novak, a single to Blake Buzzio, and the hit by pitch to Tommy Harrison. And that brings up Dylan Baker, who is 2 for 2. Baker has had himself a nice season so far, hitting .309 entering today. It's great with runners in scoring position. 10 RBIs in 15 games. 16 RBIs coming in. Bases loaded with 2 outs here for Dylan Baker. Jones's first pitch, a fastball down Broadway, 0-1. Baker really good in these situations. Harrison at first, Buzzio at second, Novak at third. Miami trailing 8-5 in the fifth. Jones is 0-1, check swing. He went around according to the first base umpire. Baker behind 0-2. That pitch from Jones was a low fastball. Baker quickly behind 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Chopper on the left side, going to be a tough play here for Sudbrook. And he cannot make the play in time. So that'll be a RBI single for Dylan Baker to keep the inning alive for Miami. So a little slow roller over to Sudbrook. Tried to throw home, cannot make it in time. And the RedHawks move station to station. Baker at first, Harrison at second, Buzzio at third. Here's Ty Bonicic, who already has a RBI. That was in the second, a sacrifice fly. Bases loaded with 2 outs here for Ty Bonicic. A huge spot here for the RedHawks. The 1-0. And Bonicic stares at a strike down the middle, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs here in the fifth. Jones is 1-1, check swing on the breaking ball. He did not go according to the second base umpire, and it's 2-1. Bonicic, another big RBI bat, trying to make it count here for the RedHawks. The 2-1 pitch. Bonicic flares one foul on the left side. 2-2. Bonicic had a phenomenal year last year for the RedHawks, hitting .322. And the 2-2 pitch is lifted in the air out to center. Ranging back at the track is Luke Leto. He makes the catch right at the wall. And that ends the Miami threat here in the fifth, but not before we saw an RBI single from Dylan Baker to cut the lead 2-2. It's 8-6 Toledo. You're listening to Miami Baseball here on Red Hawk Radio. We'll head to the sixth. Welcome back in action here at McKie Field at Hayden Park. Appreciate you for tuning in. My name is Andrew Relvas. Listening to a good one between Toledo and Miami. The Rockets lead 8-6 in the 6th inning. For Toledo, it'll be 9-1-2. Brandon Lucic, Hayden Konzak, and Charlie Chauvin to face off against the new Miami pitcher, Carson Byers. RedHawks flamethrower. First pitch on the right side, a laser. Evan Applewick made a nice stab, but he could not corral it. Carson Byers raced for the rebound, but that'll be a leadoff single for Brandon Lucic here in the 6th. Laser on the right side. Evan Applewick made a nice stop, but got out of his glove. And Lucic is now 1 for 3. So nice start for him. Meanwhile, for Carson Byers, he's been probably the best hit relief pitcher here in the young season. 1.56 ERA. His 6th appearance now, 17 and a third, 11 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 5 walks, and 16 strikeouts. That's the team lead, and the officials are going to have a look to see if the relay was in time. Looked awfully close. Looked like Carson Byers may have flipped in time. But we will wait and see here with Brandon Lucic. For Carson Byers in his last outing on Friday, went 3 innings. Had 2 strikeouts as well. 3 scoreless frames against Toledo in the Friday game. It's exactly what you want in an opening game. You want to set the tone. You want to show which team belongs. And he did his job then. Now trying to catapult this team to a series sweep over Toledo. Brandon Lucic, the 9-hitter. Hoping to steal a hit from Byers in the 6th inning. Cooper Katsky's day is done as well. He went 2 2/3. 44 pitches, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Faced 12 batters. He was effective at the start, but may have lost some of his command. And that led to Brian Smiley, Miami's head coach, bringing in a reliable arm in Carson Byers. RedHawks trailing 8-6. We've had a lot of runs, 14 runs so far. Miami has scored in 4 of the 5 innings so far. So here is the official verdict. And that'll be a single for Brandon Lucic. There was not enough evidence to reverse the call. Officials just had to take a look at it. And with that, the lineup flips over for the 4th time today. Hayden Konzak up. He is 1 for 3. Had himself a solo shot in the 3rd inning out to center. Byers' first pitch. Misses low for a ball. 1-0. Hayden Konzak had himself a good year with Toledo so far. Senior in his 4th year. Byers' second pitch ricochets off of the chest protector from Novak. Gets the backstop, and that'll be a pass ball. Free pass for Brandon Lucic. He's at second with no outs. So 2 on and no out here for Hayden Konzak, senior from Lewis Center, Ohio, in the Columbus area. The 2-0 pitch, this one fouled off behind home plate. Again, nearly raised over behind the press box, but stayed inside. So it'll be 2-1 to Toledo's leadoff hitter. Byers' 2-1 pitch, breaking ball swing and a miss, strike 2. Byers is even with Konzak here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. Byers was a first-team All-MAC selection last year. Also the MAC reliever of the year. The 2-2, breaking ball that floats upstairs. Just missed the zone. It'll be a full count on Caden Konzak. Konzak's payoff pitch. This one flared up in the air on the right side. Ranging behind it is Blake Buzzio into right field. He makes the catch for the first out. So pop up into the outfield. No problem for Blake Buzzio, who made a nice route to the baseball. And there's one gone in the 6th.
Shortstop, number 5, Charlie Schultz.
So 1 away, and in the meantime, Brandon Luchik advanced. So into second, Charlie Chauvin. 1 for 3 today, a double back in the 3rd and a couple of flyouts. Trying to get another extra base hit here, and Chauvin skies one in the air out to center. Anthony Zarlingo waving everybody off, goes to the left, makes the catch, and they're quickly 2 away here in the 6th for Toledo.
Third baseman, number 8.
So a quick out number 2 to Charlie Chauvin. And Troy Sudbrook will hope to make something happen here for Toledo with 2 outs. He's 1 for 3, a double, a flyout, and a strikeout today. Byers fires on a first pitch that is tapped on the right side, gloved by Applewick. The flip to Byers racing in time for the 3rd out, and that'll do it here in the Rockets' half of the 6th inning. So a leadoff single stranded by the top 3 hitters for the Rockets. Carson Byers does his job, and we will head to the bottom half of the 6th inning with Miami trailing by 2. It's 8-6 Rockets. Big spot here coming for Miami, trying to bring this one back their own way. Stay with us. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Welcome back to baseball here in the bottom half of the 6th inning for Miami, trailing Toledo 6-8. They've got some work to do, and it'll be up to 3, 4, and 5 Zarlingo, Novak, and Krupinski to face off against Logan Jones for another inning of work. The first pitch is a strike there down the middle on Anthony Zarlingo. 0-1. Rifles in another fastball. This one misses the zone downstairs, right down the middle. And it is 1-1 to Zarlingo. Zarlingo today is 1 for 2. Had himself an RBI single back in the second. Takes another ball on the lower half, and it's 2-1. Jones, his pace is quick, rifles in another quick fastball down the middle for a strike, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs here for the Tennessee native. Zarlengo swings and misses at a fastball. 5 pitches and 1 big K for Logan Jones, his 3rd of the afternoon. We'll bring up David Novak to the plate with 1 out. David Novak today, the longtime catcher for the RedHawks, 0 for 3, a strikeout and a pair of groundouts. And Jones misses on the outside half. It is 1-0. Logan Jones, the Jacksonville Dolphins transfer. Also spent time at Pasco Hernando State, a junior college in Florida. And for the Sanford Bulldogs in the SoCon Conference in Alabama. Spent a few years out there. Back-to-back strikes from Jones, and Novak is behind here. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, and Jones misses that one again. A little bouncer down low. Stopped by White, and it is 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out here for David Novak. Jones working quickly again. Fires in a fastball. David Novak strikes out swinging. And there are quickly 2 outs here in the 6th for the RedHawks.
Number 10, Dominic Rapinski.
So 2 quick punch outs for Logan Jones. He's up to 3 on the game so far. And Dom Kropinski is once again up here for Miami. Jones, his first pitch, can't get the zone. Missed on the outside half. 1-0. Kropinski 1 for 2. An RBI single and a strikeout, along with a walk. Back-to-back balls from Jones. It's 2-0. And Kropinski takes a strike right down the middle. 2-1. Previously struck out Kropinski back in the 5th. Looking to do so in back-to-back frames. Fires in another strike, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the 6th for the RedHawks. Trying to avoid a 1-2-3 6th inning. Logan Jones' 2-2 pitch. Chopper foul on the right side. Kropinski stays alive. Kropinski has ties with Brian Smiley, Miami's head coach. Smiley was the former Indiana State Sycamores head coach before coming to Miami last year. Kropinski spent a few years out at Terre Haute for the Sycamores. Transferred in this year. Jones misses. An 85-mile-an-hour fastball that missed on the outside half. It's 3-2. Jones' payoff, strike 3 swinging. Logan Jones strikes out the side here in the 6th. The RedHawks come up empty, and we will head to the top half of the 7th inning. Our score still Toledo 8, Miami 6. The RedHawks looking to shut down the Rockets hitters here in Oxford. Stay with us. in the top half of the 7th. Toledo leading Miami 8-6 still. Had that lead for about an inning. And with the Rockets, it'll be 4, 5, and 6. Luke Walton, Luke Toledo, and Braden White to face off against Carson Byers for his second inning of work. Byers threw only 10 pitches in his last inning. Looking for a similar stat line. Little excuse me swing off of the first pitch, a grounder over to third. Krupinski to Applewick right on time, and that is the first out here in the 7th. A one-pitch out, 5-3 put out. Perfectly executed there by the RedHawks. So one away. Here comes Luke Toledo up to the altar for the Rockets. Toledo 0 for 1, a strikeout, but he has himself a pair of walks. Former Kansas Jayhawk along with LSU Tiger. Byers fires in a curveball. Luke Toledo could not resist. Strike one swinging. Byers, the lefty, rifles in another pitch that just misses upstairs, a 77-mile-an-hour curveball, and it is 1-1. Byers, the RedHawks' best reliever, and Lido lasers this one out to left. Gonna be a long run for Ryan Novak. He makes the catch right at the wall. What a catch falling down. A rocket off of the bat of Luke Toledo, and a great catch under pressure. Ryan Novak records out number 2. That one had some serious heat off of it. And for Ryan Novak, the sophomore, makes a big catch for the second out. Braden White will come up once more. 1 for 3. Single back in the 5th. White will get a ball on the outside corner. Carson Byers, a 3.97 ERA last year. 59 innings pitched. Misses on a breaking ball downstairs. 2-0 to Braden White, the Toledo catcher. 73 strikeouts as well last year. Byers threw. It's a really dominant sophomore season. Braden White fouls one off on the right side. Little short and swing there, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs here in the Rockets' 7th. Byers fires, and another foul off behind home plate to Braden White, making it 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs in the top half of the 7th inning. Carson Byers trying to set him down. Byers fires inside, and Braden White lifts this one out to right over the head of Harrison. Gonna be trouble, and this will be extra bases here for Braden White. Shot a rocket right to Tommy Harrison. That was over his head. Luckily made a nice recovery, and Braden White has himself a 2-out double in the 7th. Just what you need if you're a Rockets fan. Got to keep this inning alive, and they did just that with a powerful swing to get it out on the right side. So another runner in scoring position here for Toledo. Cole Cahill is up once again. 1 for 3, had himself a 2-run single in the 5th. First pitch, that one misses high, 4 ball, it's 1-0. For Cole Cahill, a sophomore in his 2nd year at Toledo, from Powell, Ohio, in the Columbus area. Went to Olentangy Orange High School. And here comes Miami pitching coach Larry Scully strolling out, wanting to speak a few words with his southpaw here in the 7th. Only a 2-run game, so definitely in striking distance for Miami. And they are hoping for one more out of Byers. Meeting was brief. Scully retreating back to the dugout. Byers will get back to work against Cole Cahill. Hit 175 last year, Cahill did, in 14 games. Byers' 1-0 pitch, and this one is ripped on the right side. Gonna bounce in front of Harrison for a base hit from second to third. Now coming in to score, there's Braden White. A 2-out RBI single out to right for Cole Cahill gives the Rockets a 3-run lead. It's 9-6 Toledo in the 7th. So another big RBI for Toledo. That'll bring up J.P. Wagner for the Rockets. Wagner 2 for 3. Pair of doubles. Runners going. Novak throws. This one gets away. Gets past the diving Baker. And Cahill will go from first to third in a matter of 20 seconds. So Novak throws one trying to gun down Cahill. Eventually was the bad decision. Should have just held on to it. And J.P. Wagner has another runner 90 feet away. Wagner, another sophomore here for Toledo, trying to come up clutch. The 0-1 pitch. Tapper over to third. Krupinski stabs, throws the first Applewick in time to end the Rockets' threat. Nearly could have been more, but the damage will stay at 1. And Toledo extends their lead to 3 runs. It's 9-6 Rockets over the RedHawks. We will head to the home half of the 7th. It's stretch time here from McKie Field at Hayden Park. We hope you stay with us here for a fun conclusion in this one. Into the 7th we go, home half here for Miami. RedHawks trailing by 3 now after an RBI single from Cole Cahill. In the 7th, for the RedHawks, it'll be 6, 7, 8. Applewick, Novak, and Buzzio to face Logan Jones for his 4th inning of work now. He's been effective for the Rockets. Applewick takes a first pitch strike down the middle. It's 0-1. For Evan today, he is 0 for 3. Couple of groundouts and a flyout. The 0-1 pitch. Big swing, big miss there from Applewick. And he's behind 0-2. RedHawks down to their final 9 outs. Trying to make up 3 runs. The 0-2 pitch, that's skipped low for a ball from Jones, and it's 1-2. Evan Applewick, he's got extra base power. He's a big power threat here for the RedHawks, trying to get on. Taps one foul on the left side, and it'll stay 1-2 for Evan Applewick. 283 hitter in 15 games now. Couple of doubles, 5 home runs, and 17 RBIs. The 1-2 pitch, check swing. He did not go around, so it'll be 2-2. That pitch was in the right area, but Applewick did not go around, so it'll be 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That sails high for a ball. 3-2 from Logan Jones. Jones in a full count battle here with Evan Applewick. RedHawks looking to win this one. The payoff pitch, outside and away, ball 4. A leadoff walk for Evan Applewick gets things going here in the 7th. Just what you need if you're a Miami fan. Want to get some traffic on the base paths. And the RedHawks got that in the form of Evan Applewick. So with that, here comes Ryan Novak, who's probably been the best hitter here for the RedHawks today. RBI single, along with a single and a walk, 2 for 2 today. Been on base all 3 times, and he takes a first pitch strike. Ryan Novak, sophomore from Canton, Georgia, had a phenomenal freshman year where he hit .273. The 0-1 pitch is lifted foul out to left, out of play. And it'll be 0-2 to Novak. Applewick at first with no outs. Jones' 0-2 pitch, that misses away. 1-2. Novak, the lefty, looking to do some damage here against Jones. Pickoff attempt over at first. Scoots Applewick back. Slides in time. Jones winds and delivers home. Fires in a fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Ryan Novak strikes out swinging for a crucial first out here in the 7th for the Rockets. So Novak comes up empty, and Blake Buzzio back up once again for the red and white. Buzzio 1 for 3 today. He swings at a first pitch, 85-mile-an-hour fastball. Comes up empty, 0-1, excuse me. Buzzio, the 8-hitter, after him, Tommy Harrison. Another pickoff attempt over at first. Applewick gets back in time. And they will rule this as a balk. So Jones, in his windup, right as he was about to go, stepped off. And the umpires rule that as a balk, so Applewick will take second base. So another runner in scoring position here for Buzzio. Goes fishing at the curveball, outside and away, and he is behind 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out here in the 7th. Jones' 0-2 pitch. Fastball that misses just a little bit high. It's 1-2. RedHawks have stranded 7 runners so far. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts from Logan Jones, who cuts down Novak and Buzzio. That's Jones' 6th strikeout. And with 2 outs, a runner at second, It'll bring up Tommy Harrison once again. Big spot here for Tommy Harrison, trying to make Jones pay. First pitch, Harrison sees, he skies this one in the air out to right. Playable for Konzak, he's under it to make the catch right at the track. And that ends the RedHawks threat here in the 7th. So Miami strands another runner, and we will head to the top half of the 8th inning with the Rockets still leading by 3. It's Toledo 9, Miami 6. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. We'll welcome you back to the top half of the 8th inning with Toledo leading 9-6 here at McKie Field at Hayden Park, home of the Miami RedHawks in Oxford, Ohio. It'll be 9-1-2. Brandon Luchik, Hayden Konzak, and Charlie Chauvin to face Carson Byers. Byers fires in a first pitch fastball down the middle. It's 0-1. For Carson Byers, this is his 3rd inning of work. He's thrown 24 pitches, 3 hits, 1 earned run. He's looked effective. Faced 9 batters as well. Back-to-back strikes down the middle, and Brandon Luchik is behind 0-2. RedHawks trailing the Rockets 9-6 in the 8th. The 0-2 pitch, a little chopper over to second. Buzzio throws to Applewick to first in time, a 4-3 putout for the first out here in the 8th.
Right fielder, number 7, Hayden Konzak.
So 3 pitches, and that's the first out. Brandon Luchik retired. With that, the lineup flips over for the 5th time today. Hayden Konzak due up. He is 1 for 4, had himself a solo shot, home run back in the 3rd. First pitch he sees, he grounds it on the left side past a gap between Baker and Buzzio. So that'll be a 1-out single for Hayden Konzak, who gets another hit, and he keeps this Toledo train rolling in the 8th. For Toledo, 2 runs in the 1st, 3 runs in the 3rd, 3 runs in the 5th, and 1 run in the 7th. They've really spaced out their runs and trying to steal this final game of a 3-game set between the RedHawks and the Rockets. Charlie Chauvin takes the first pitch strike on the off speed, 78 miles an hour down the middle. Charlie Chauvin today, 1 for 4, had himself a double in the 3rd. Takes another strike, 86 mile an hour fastball, and Chauvin is quickly behind on Carson Byers, 0-2. Byers, the lefty, winds and delivers home, and Chauvin pops this one up, skies it on the right side into foul ground. Applewick under it to make the catch, calling everybody off. And there are 2 away here in the 8th. So 2 outs and a runner at first. That'll bring up Troy Sudbrick to the altar for Toledo. Sudbrick is 1 for 4, also a double. Got that one back in the first. A flyout, a strikeout, and a groundout for Sudbrick, the 3-hitter for the Rockets. Runner going, the RedHawks have him in a pickle. From Applewick to Buzzio, they gunned down Caden Konzak, who ran early. He is thrown out to end the Toledo threat in the 8th. And that'll end the Toledo half of the 8th inning in a positive note for the RedHawks. They keep him quiet. Carson Byers does his job, and we will head to the home half of the 8th inning with the RedHawks having some catch-up to do if they want to sweep the series between the RedHawks and the Rockets. You're listening to Miami Baseball on RedHawk Radio. It's Toledo 9, Miami 6. Welcome back to Miami Baseball here from McKie Field at Hayden Park in Oxford, Ohio. My name is Andrew Relvas. Appreciate you for tuning in to the 8th inning. Miami trailing Toledo 9-6. Final 6 outs remaining for the RedHawks. The red and white hoping for a rally here at home. Logan Jones's day is done. He went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 earned run, and 6 strikeouts on 72 pitches. New pitcher coming in. It is Braden Curry to face off against 1, 2, and 3 Baker, Bonicic, and Zarlingo here in the RedHawks 8th inning. The first pitch, right foot in there for a strike. It is 0-1 to Baker. Baker 3 for 3 today. All 3 hits singles. Has a couple of RBIs and a hit by pitch. The 0-1 pitch. Liner out to left. That gets past the diving Chauvin. That'll be a leadoff single for Dylan Baker. And the RedHawks have some action here in the 8th. Nice sound off of the bat from Dylan Baker. Trying to start the scoring train here in Oxford. For Braden Curry, a 2.16 ERA in 4 appearances so far. 8 1/3 innings pitched. Most previously pitched against Cincinnati as he misses the first pitch on Bonicic, 1-0. Pitched against Cincinnati 5 days ago, went an inning, gave up 2 hits along with a run and a strikeout. Bonicic takes the ball high. It is 2-0 for Ty Bonicic in his 2nd year with the RedHawks as a senior. He is 1 for 3. Had himself a sacrifice fly back in the 2nd as well. The 2-0. Curry misses downstairs. It's 3-0. An 89-mile-an-hour fastball. Missed low on Bonicic, and he is ahead 3-0. Curry fires home. Good one from him. A fastball down Broadway. And it is 3-1. RedHawks looking to sweep the Rockets in back-to-back regular seasons for the first time in school history. Hasn't been done before. The 3-1 pitch, and Bodicic hammers this one in the air out to left field. Ranging over is Lucic, who goes to the right to make the catch for the first out here in the 8th. Sounded nice off of the bat, but eventually died out into the Oxford air. So a long first out for Ty Bodicic will bring up Anthony Zarlingo here for the RedHawks. Entered with the top batting average, .413 hitter, leading all RedHawks hitters before today's game. Zarlingo takes a first pitch ball that was elevated 1-0 to Miami's 3-hitter. Zarlingo had himself an RBI single in the second. Looking to push Baker over at first. This one skips slow, gets past White to the backstop. So Baker will go from first to second, a pass ball, free pass. And the RedHawks have another runner in scoring position here in the 8th. Zarlingo, good with runners in scoring position, 8 RBIs so far. Struck out in his last at bat, however. The 2-0 pitch, and Zarlingo flares one in the air out to left. Gonna be a tough play, ranging over Sudbrook and Lucic. And this one gets away from them in foul territory. It'll be a long strike. 2-1 to Zarlingo. Anthony Zarlingo in a second year with the RedHawks. Former Southwest Tennessee Community College Saluki. Spent a few years out there. From Olive Branch, Mississippi. Curry's 2-1 pitch to Zarlingo. That misses inside for a ball on the lower half. It's 3-1 for Zarlingo as well last year. Primarily a defensive outfielder. Hit .224 this year. His bat has absolutely exploded. The 3-1 pitch, skips low, ball 4. And the RedHawks have runners at first and second with 1 out here in the 8th. So Braden Curry in a bit of trouble here with this heart of the RedHawks order coming up. David Novak will return to the plate once again for the 5th time today. Trying to punish Curry and get the RedHawks back in this game. They trail by 3.
Number 29, David Novak.
Novak is the only RedHawks hitter today to have not reached on base. Would be a great time to break that stretch here in the 8th. David Novak, 4-year senior. Takes a first pitch ball downstairs from Curry. David Novak has been Mr. Consistent in his time in Oxford. Hitting over .270 in all 3 years. The 1-0 pitch, that's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1 to Novak. Hit .279 last year. 58 hits, 15 doubles, 7 home runs, and 41 RBIs. 2 on with 1 out here for David Novak. Here's the pitch, and Curry misses the ledger again. It's 2-1. David Novak as well, first team All-MAC selection his freshman year in 2022, where he hit .270 along with 30 hits. The 2-1 pitch from Curry, that skips low. Big stop by White, and it's 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike here to David Novak, the righty senior from Zionsville, Indiana. The 3-1 pitch, downstairs, ball 4. A 5-pitch walk to David Novak, and the RedHawks are cooking here in the 8th. Huge RBI chance here for Dom Krapinski. The junior utility man out of Livonia, Michigan.
Number 10, Dominic Krapinski.
An Indiana State Sycamores transfer. Had himself an RBI single in the first inning. The only run of the RedHawks first then. Bases loaded with one out here for Dominic Krapinski. And Curry rifles in a strike. It's 0-1. 78-mile-an-hour curveball. Novak at first, Sarlengo at second, Baker at third here for Dom Krapinski. Curry's 0-1 pitch. And he swings and misses at a curveball in the dirt. It's 0-2. Huge pitch coming up here for Braden Curry, really trying to set the tone in the 8th. Seatbelts are fastened here in Oxford, Ohio. Curry's 0-2 pitch, that just missed the zone, a little bit low down the middle. And it is a ball and 2 strikes to Dom Krapinski's, Miami's third baseman. Krapinski trying to make the Rockets pay here. The 1-2 pitch misses inside for a ball. It's 2-2. This plate discipline by Miami has been one of their strengths all year long, and they're trying to keep it going here in this 8th inning. Curry's 2-2 pitch. Krapinski lifts this one in the air out to right. Gets over the head of Wagner. That'll score in a run. One run will come in. That is Dylan Baker. A bloop single out to right for Dom Krapinski. A huge spot here in the 8th. Brings the RedHawks 1 run closer. It's 9-7. Miami trailing, but a big answer here in the 8th by Dom Krapinski. Little blooper over the head of Wagner. RedHawks not done yet. This will be a mound visit here between Ethan Landon and Braden Curry. Definitely in a pickle here. Bases loaded with Evan Applewick coming up. 5 home runs on the season so far. Looking to add another one here in the 8th. Applewick today 0 for 3. Couple of ground outs, a fly out, and a walk back in the 7th.
Number 16, Evan Applewick.
Let's see what Evan Applewick can cook up. Applewick hitting .283 entering today. Has a huge opportunity in front of him. And he stares at a first pitch strike down the middle. Applewick has Krapinski at first, Novak at second, and Anthony Zarlingo at third. 9-7 our score. Big hack and a big foul off on the right side. Brings Evan Applewick to an 0-2 count. Got to cash in on these runs while you have runners in scoring position. The 0-2 pitch to Applewick. This one bounces off of White, gets away on the right side of the Toledo dugout, but the RedHawks elect to keep Zarlingo at third. Could have been potential 8th run, would have been a really tight play. Instead, the RedHawks keep it safe. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out here for Evan Applewick. Homered on Friday, trying to homer on Sunday. Here's the 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, swing and a miss, strike 3. Applewick 1 around. Curveball way down low. It's a crucial second out here for Toledo.
Number 31, Ryan Novak.
So play at any base now. 2 outs, bases loaded here for Ryan Novak. who's looking to keep this inning alive, looking to keep the party alive for the RedHawks. Novak is 2 for 3. The first pitch he sees, he pops it up in the air out to the outfield. Hayden is under it to make the catch for the third out. They didn't even have to move much. And that ends Miami's threat in the 8th inning. But it was a successful inning with an RBI single from Dom Krupinski earlier to cut the lead to 2. It's Toledo 9, Miami 7. Stay with us here for an exciting conclusion here in our third game between Toledo and Miami. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Welcome back to a sunny Sunday here in Oxford, Ohio. It's the RedHawks versus the Rockets in the first MAC series of the year. This has been a fun one. The RedHawks have won the first 2, but these games have been competitive, and it has led to a lot of exciting baseball being played here at McKie Field at Hayden Park. Carson Byers still out. This will be his 4th inning of work, facing off against the middle half of this Rockets lineup. 3, 4, and 5, Sudbrook, Walton, and Leto. And here's Sudbrook. First pitch he sees, he lifts it foul out of play on the left side. Sudbrook today, he is 1 for 4. Had his only hit a double in the first inning. And Byers fires in a strike down the middle. It is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, and no outs here for Carson Byers. He's thrown 30 pitches, been efficient. Byers' 0-2 pitch, downstairs for a ball. Nice stop by Novak, and it's 1-2. Troy Sudbrook, his 3rd year at Toledo. Byers' 1-2 pitch. This one popped up behind home plate into foul territory. Novak is there under it to make a nice catch for the first out in the 9th. That one skied up behind home plate. Easy play there for Novak. And with that, Luke Walton will head up for the 5th time. Walton has had a monster day. Pair of home runs. Both of them 2-run shots. Byers' first pitch, a strike down the middle. It is 0-1. Luke Walton DHing today. Had himself a pretty big series. Hits in 2 of his last 3 games. An excuse me swing that did not connect with anything. Strike 2. Byers' curveball fooled him. 0-2 on Luke Walton. The 0-2 from Byers. Strike 3 swinging. Byers tried the fastball cheese, and Luke Walton did not connect with that one. Big punch out for Carson Byers, who gets his first of the game in the 9th. And there are quickly 2 gone for the Rockets. Here's Luke Leto now. hitless so far. 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. First pitch from Byers. Curveball in there for a strike. Byers in a groove now. He's been rolling so far in 3 2/3 innings. Second pitch, a check swing. He did not go around though, so it'll be a ball. And 1-1 to Luke Toledo, the former Kansas Jayhawk. Spent a couple years out there in Lawrence. Byers is 1-1 pitch. That's upstairs for a ball, 2-1. Carson Byers looking for back-to-back 1-2-3 frames. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled off out of the glove from David Novak, and it is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here for Carson Byers, looking for back-to-back punch-outs. Byers leans over on the rubber. Winds and delivers home, and this one is lifted foul on the left side, out of play. Luke Toledo trying to keep the inning alive for the Rockets. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Byers looking for one last shutdown out. Byers' 2-2 pitch. Right down the middle, strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts from Carson Byers, who is rolling here in the 9th. 6 straight retired by Carson Byers, who is on roll. And we will head to the bottom half of the 9th with the last licks coming up for the RedHawks. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Stay with us. Well, here we go. Last licks for the RedHawks, their last chance to come back and sweep the series against the Rockets. It's do or die time for these RedHawks. It'll be 8-9-1. Blake Buzzio, Tommy Harrison, and Dylan Baker to face Braden Curry. And Curry fires on a first pitch strike to Blake Buzzio, who is 1 for 4, had him the only hit in the 5th. The 0-1 to Buzzio. Grounder on the left side, stopped by the third baseman Sudbrick. Throws over to first to Cahill in time. And there's one away in the 9th. So quick first out for the RedHawks. And Tommy Harrison will come up trying to get on base for the 3rd time today. Tommy Harrison, kind of a hybrid utility player, normally listed as a catcher, but can play in the outfield as well, and he's played in right field today. Takes a first pitch ball. It's 1-0. Takes another ball that misses low. It's 2-0. Harrison 1 for 3, a single in the second. 2-0. And Harrison skies this one in the air out towards right field. Going to the left, Caden Konzak, he's under it. And just like that, there are 2 quick outs for the Rockets. Miami down to their final out here in the 9th. Great spot, though, here for Dylan Baker. 4 hits, so he's 4 for 4, all of them singles. Looking to keep the train alive. He takes the first pitch ball down low. Baker, Bonicic, Zarlingo, those are the guys you want up. Baker trying to give Miami one last chance. Strike down the middle, and it's 1-1 to Dylan Baker. Braden Curry, a freshman from White House, Ohio, trying to shut down the RedHawks half here. And Curry fires in a strike, and the RedHawks are down to their final strike. Baker trying to keep the game alive. Curry's 1-2 pitch, check swing in the dirt. Gets away from White, but he throws over to first to Cahill in time to record the final out. Drop third strikeout, and that ends the game. So that'll conclude action here from McKie Field at Hayden Park. It was a fun one. We saw 16 total runs, but Toledo just a little bit too strong out there. They had one more rally than the RedHawks, and they end up winning by a score of 9-6 in a very competitive final game in the 3-game set. The winning pitcher will be Logan Jones, who went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. And the RedHawks fall 9-7 in an entertaining contest here from McKie Field at Hayden Park. The RedHawks do, however, win 2 out of 3 versus the Rockets. They win back-to-back regular season series for the first time in school history. And with that, Miami will fall to 7-8. And meanwhile, Toledo will improve to 5-9. Their 4-game losing streak is extinguished, and they will have some momentum heading up to Ann Arbor on Tuesday to face off against the Big Ten team in the Michigan Wolverines on Tuesday at 4 o'clock. Should be an entertaining game there. And they've got Ball State, their next conference series in Muncie next weekend. Meanwhile, for Miami, they will face off against their longtime rivals in the Cincinnati Bearcats at Cincinnati on Tuesday at 4 o'clock. So about an hour drive down the road. And then they've got NIU at home, the NIU Huskies, for a 3-game set Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Should be an exciting couple of games when we get those here at home. With that being said, we appreciate you for tuning in to Red Hawk Radio's coverage of Miami baseball. Miami drops the 3rd game of the series 9-7. It was an exciting one, but Miami just ran out of gas, and they will look to rebound on the road at Cincinnati in their next game. Thanks so much for tuning in. My name is Andrew Relvas. Appreciate you for tuning in to a great game between the Rockets and the RedHawks. We will catch you in our next game versus NIU this weekend. And if not, we hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And we will see you in our next series.